This TV soundbar is called BESTISAN, but we're going to find out if it's the best. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. I am unboxing a TV soundbar right here because I have a TV where I do my treadmill and stuff, and it's not very loud. And especially when you're on exercise equipment, it kind of drowns out the TV sound, and so you really have to crank it up. So I thought, well, maybe I'd be able to improve that sound, make it louder, richer, more vibrant with a soundbar. So I picked this one up. Looks like if you're going to wall mount it, it comes with a template for that, but I'm not going to really have to worry about that. It also comes with a remote control, a 3.5mm cable, an optical cable, batteries for the remote control. Now probably the most important thing is the soundbar itself, and that is right here, all wrapped in plastic. And man, this is a good looking soundbar. It's actually got some weight to it, but it's obviously not too heavy. We have this really cool wavy speaker grill in the front. We have a piano black finish on the top with your power button mode and I think volume buttons. If I flip it around to the back here, we actually have those mounting points if you're going to mount it to the wall. And then we also have your plugs, power, your coax, your USB port, all of that stuff right on the back here. And then we have a couple rubber feet on the ends here if it's going to sit on a table. But one of the most important things right there is a plug that says sub out, and that is very important because in this big box here, we get a subwoofer. Now this is actually really slim, but it's really nicely made. This actually feels like sheet metal on the outside. You can see we have the opening on the front, we have the sub speaker on the side here, we have a very long cable attached to it with your RCA jack or coax, I think they call it sometimes. And then lastly, we have a little tiny box right here where we have the power cable, single prong, two prong to the wall outlet, and then the brackets for mounting this to the wall. Now, I'm not going to need any of those because I'm going to set it up right in front of my TV. But let's get this set up and then see what my TV sounds like without it, and then see what it sounds like with it. Right, so I think this thing is pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to take the plug from the subwoofer and put it into the sub out right there. And then I'm going to take the power cable and plug it into the power right there and then plug that into the wall. Now, I am actually going to connect and use the optical audio out cable here. But if you have a headphone jack on your TV, you could just use the 3.5mm port right there. That'll allow you to control the volume with the TV remote in many cases. All right, so I've got everything set up with this older plasma TV, and the audio in the TV is probably not that bad. The speakers are actually front facing. I've got the sub plugged into the soundbar and soundbar plugged into the TV via the optical cable, but I've got it turned off right now. And I thought we would listen to the Peter Von Panda theme song with the default speakers and then turn on the soundbar and see if there's any difference.
Discovering something new can be hard to do when you're on your own. Find there's much to explore. Feel it even more with someone by your side. We can discover more and explore deeper. We can live better than everything. To Peter Von Panda. Will you want a better life? He gives the best advice when you're in need. 'Cause it's more than just the seeing. It's the living and the being. Everything you ever hoped to be. We can discover more and explore deeper. We can live better than everything's to Peter. Peter Von Panda. So deep breath, let's get ready.
All right, guys. This soundbar is amazing. It's actually a little crazy because I thought with it being this small and the subwoofer being very slim and sleek looking that it wouldn't put out a bunch of sound, but as soon as I turned it on, it just filled this room with a ton of sound. And not only are the trebles and the mid-ranges awesome here, the vocals there are so much better than they were with the built-in TV, but when the bass kicks in, it absolutely is felt throughout the room, throughout the table and the floor. I mean, it's pretty amazing. And you actually have to control it a little bit with the remote control to tune the volume, because it can actually be really, really loud. Now, down here in my little workout room, I think this is overkill, because now, knowing how awesome this is, I think I'm going to move this soundbar to my main TV, where the soundbar that I have there, which cost me a few $100s, is not as good as this one. And so I am looking forward to having a soundbar and a subwoofer that's a smaller footprint than my existing one at a much cheaper price point with a lot better quality. So, is the BESTISAN soundbar subwoofer combo the best out there? As far as I've ever tested, it is. So, if being immersed in the audio experience of your television and movies is going to make your life a little better, I'll put a link to these in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out.
We can discover more and explore so much deeper. We can live better than ever, thanks to Peter Von Panda.